Yes, people, this is the dawn in the building. Yes. People, come on, let's go. This is Friday. I always say on the studio, Intercontinental Sport TV. When it rains, then we pause. It pause heavily. Pause. Back again with another video. I tell you, it is what it is in this station. On this note, I want to welcome everybody. Friday tonic, Friday vibes, Friday kinky kanka. Oh my goodness, I'm in the spirit. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You know, people, you're welcome. Massive moment. Oh yeah, you can bring it down a little bit. I tell you, fantastic day. Moment. We are going into another week, another weekend. I mean, where so many things going to happen. You know, see what I'm talking about? Arsenal versus Manchester United. Oh, it's going to be loud. Massive game. Right. I tell you, I'm not here alone. Kunle is ready. Kunle no sand. It's a Manchester United to the call. I also have Robbie also standing Gidigba ready. Sheyo Midiora. It's also here. We know we're all doing. Let me show you what we were talking about. EPL review, game week 21. Premier League halftime report card. I know Manchester United, they are A. Arsenal, I know they are A. But what about that blue side? Sheyo Midiora in the mud. Chelsea F9 parallel. I'm ready. Massive day. People, you're welcome once again. And let me bring in this man. I call him Kunle. Kunle living right there in Lagos. He's ready. Kunle, what's going on, people? What's going on? Talk to me, Kunle.
Hey, I'm good, Don. Good evening, and good evening to everyone. It's nice to be on the show once again. All
right, welcome, Kunle. How's everything going?
Oh, very well, thank you. It's just that it's a little bit tiring. Fuel, the situation of fuel in the country is still.
It's madness.
Yeah, it is. But we got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing. So,
that's the spirit.
And we hope for better days.
Amen. People, Smaji like on the video, Kunle is around. People want to see Kunle analyzing, dissecting, getting into it. It's a Manchester United to the core, and we are going all the way to Emirates to destroy, to demarcate, to push, to crumble that Arsenal fan. Those Arsenal people.
100%.
100%. Going forward, I'm going to bring in Robbie. Go on, Robbie. Talk to me. Are you ready? Manchester United fan.
I'm actually ready right here. Good evening to you, Dog. Good evening to everybody at home. Good evening, Badakule. Welcome to the program.
Who's brother?
Who's your brother?
I don't understand. Let me ask you.
Kule Kope, don't worry, we'll see about the show.
What? I don't understand.
Well, you know what? I think the thing is, the confidence Arsenal fans have going into this game, that is on Sunday, is something that is just making me laugh. Everywhere I come to, Arsenal fans are saying, Casemiro is not playing, we're going to demolish Man United, we're going to teach Man United a lesson, and I just begin to laugh. Like, okay, this man was there even there in the first game. And of course, we all know how that game ended. And they came up with the argument of they were robbed. And I asked, was Man United players the one that appreciated the game? They said, no. So what are you talking about? But let us just have fun. Let us enjoy the show. Thank you so much for today.
All right, you people. Fine. Now, let me call on to this man. His name is Sheyo Midiora. He's coming here tonight to tell us what he thinks. Sheyo, tell me. Talk to me. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, the Don, and good evening to everyone on the show and everyone listening. I think we've had a pretty amazing week of football. and I can't wait for this weekend's games. We have two huge ones in the Premier League, although I think one of the games is actually between two really badly off form sides. But I feel the Arsenal game against United is a game that I'm looking forward to. I actually, maybe this is recency bias, but I feel this is the first time in a long time where Arsenal versus United actually had some sort
Long
of
time.
significance.
Wow.
Because previously, when we had Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson, this match actually meant a lot. But in the last few years, it has seemingly fallen off in terms of the importance of the fixture. But this time around, it feels like we actually have a huge game on our hands. So I can't wait for the encounter at the Emirates.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. We are still waiting for an Arsenal fan to join us on this show. Prof, talk to me. Are you confident going to this game? That's the deep play, the D section. I'm talking about, we have A, B, C, D, the deep people. I'm talking about Liverpool versus Chelsea. First game tomorrow. Early game tomorrow.
Yeah, good
Are you
evening,
confident?
everybody. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here again. The fixture, Liverpool, Chelsea, it's always an exciting one. Both teams are on the wrong side of the table this season, so still, I still feel like both teams will be nursing the hopes of still clinging to a top four position, albeit it looks very bleak. But it's still going to be. There's a lot to fight for. It's always a very difficult game at Anfield. No matter what Liverpool team you play at Anfield, that place is a fortress. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game for both sides, to be honest, because Liverpool have not been in they've been out of form, they've been out of sorts as well, all around, and so Chelsea just beginning to have their players back little by little. Some players back in training. Might not fit tomorrow's game might be too early for them, but it's a good sign. So we're looking forward to the game.
All right. Once again, I'm going to tell Irate. Irate, can you hear what Prof is saying? That you guys are not formidable at the moment. You are Eleregbe at the moment. Talk to me, Irate. Are you ready? Talk to me.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Prof said a lot of things that are nice. I like the fact that he alluded to Anfield being a fortress, despite what we have been going through. So it's a tough game for both teams, and this is not where both teams are used to being in the Premier League over the last couple of years. So
I think we exchanged positions with Man U and the Arsenal.
Yeah, we exchanged positions with Man U and Arsenal. But yeah, we'll just allow you guys just enjoy for some time, just enjoy the moment before we come back to our respective positions. But fourth place, top four still possible, albeit it's.
Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Irate right now?
Yes,
Top
it's still
four?
possible. Like I said, we're halfway into the season, so we have 19 games to go. So anything is possible. But right now, both teams are not in good form, and they'll be looking to get 3 points tomorrow. So I think whoever gets 3 points, it will be a big boost for either team that wins the game.
All right, next to is this man. This man, be careful. I'm talking about he's an Arsenal fan. He should be careful. He's saying Mayu is next. Talk to me, he's be careful. Be careful. Manchester United. Don't write them off. They can do anything. They can spring surprises. Without Casemiro, we can still do it. Talk to me, he's you are welcome on the show.
Yeah, good to be on the show, man. Good evening, everybody.
You're welcome.
They say I love to banter, but what is banter without football, man? Trained banter is what makes football clean and sweet. Anyways, good signing for Arsenal today.
Yeah.
Sweet news, good news coming in. This is what we've been praying for. This is what we've been asking for. This is what every Arsenal fans lived for. Not allowing last season to repeat itself. And it's a good thing that the board and the scouts have decided to do what is needful. And we hope the signings that have come in, you could see the prices as which we got the signings at a very moderate price. Not other clubs that just keep hijacking and spending a lot of money on players that are not proven, players that don't have EPL experience.
Take it easy.
Don't mind them.
Players that are just going to come in and get the money. Like I said, Arsenal, lovely signings, good signings, and we hope and pray that the signings work, and we look into this weekend against Manchester United.
Yeah, you're talking to me. He's ready. Everybody's ready. Now let's go back to the point. we first of all want to review what we have this weekend going forward. I think the first match is going to be between Liverpool versus Chelsea. I will start with you. I'm going to start with you, Shayo Midura. Talk to me. How are you going to this game? Considering the fact both of the team they are elegbe at the moment. 9 and 10. Talk to me, Shaye.
Yeah, well, this one is actually hard to call because both sides, like I already said, they are badly off form. But I personally feel Chelsea's performances have actually improved somewhat, slightly in
Wow.
the last two league matches. I know they lost at Fulham, but I feel on the balance of play, they should have scored more. They should have won that game pretty easily if they had not made defensive mistakes. And against Palace, to be fair, the last 10 minutes were a bit nervy because Palace were bombarding Chelsea with so many crosses, but Chelsea were able to withstand the barrage. But I feel preceding that final 10 minutes of Palace pressure, Chelsea had the game under control. They had several chances. Kai Havertz was the major culprit, missing about two or three really big chances. And in the last two games as well, Chelsea have fashioned eight big chances: four against Fulham, four against Crystal Palace. So it seems they are starting to. I know it's still early doors, but and that's a small sample size. But if they can sustain that going forward, I think they'll win more games than they lose in the second half of the season. So Chelsea seem to be finding their feet. I think there's a buzz around the club now owing to the new arrivals. I know Felix won't be available for the Liverpool game tomorrow. Modric, I don't know if he will start. I don't think he should because he has not played. Um, he has not played since November, I believe. So I don't think he will be thrust into the action from the
Mm.
off. On that note, but then again, Chelsea have a really poor away record. I think they've only picked up 2 points from their last available 15 on the road, so they
Yeah.
don't travel well. They've lost so many games on the road. They even drew against Nottingham Forest, I think, on New Year's Day, so they've not been traveling well. So that's why I feel Liverpool are maybe slight favourites for this one. But then again, with Liverpool, I know Iris will give us more
Yeah.
insight into that, but I just feel
Iris
they've lacked
is going to bombard you now.
they've lacked the intensity this
Ah,
season. I feel they've lacked the usual intensity, and I always say the intensity is actually Liverpool's identity. They are not really as good pressing opponents.
mm,
That has always been a particular fixture of clubs Liverpool, but they don't
yeah.
press as efficiently.
That's why
I
we
don't
beat
think
them
they
in the
are.
first leg. That's why Manchester United beat them. Yeah, I remember.
No, I don't think they've been pressing as effectively. I think they are easier to play through. I know Iris mentioned he talked about the midfield issues. I think last or 2 weeks back, and I will just reiterate too that they are seemingly weaker in midfield. You can see the spaces between the lines. They don't seem to block the spaces. They don't seem to block the passing lanes as well as they used to. So if Chelsea are on their game, they can cause some problem at Anfield. But I just feel owing to Chelsea's issues traveling in recent months. That's why I would make Liverpool slight favourites for this one.
All right, Ire, do you agree with him? Say you guys are favorites in this one, and considering the fact that Liverpool at this moment, I take God beg you, is crazy. It's crazy right now. Don't come and tell me you're going to this game with winning. Both of you are. I mean, talk to me, Ire.
Yes,
How do you see this game?
is the battle of the out of form clubs, honestly.
I tell you, so
Like
sad.
I said, our midfield is nothing to write home about right now. They are so easy to play through. But I would say we are
Well,
slight.
when you're talking about your midfield, I think that's where the energy comes from in Liverpool.
Yes.
That's where the battle. But right now we have old legs. We have Thiago Henderson still playing, and also Fabio. I don't know what's wrong with him this season. He has been so
Yeah,
poor. I mean,
he has been
no,
out of form. Very,
I
very poor
tell you,
Fabinho.
very.
I mean, we need a midfield reshape at the end of the season. There has to be at least two new midfielders coming in. Like I said, Chamberlain, Keita, and Milner are out of their contracts at the end of this season, and I don't think there will be any renewals for three of them. So
Mm.
we expect new midfielders to come in. But for this game tomorrow, it will be a big test of Jogging Klopp's management skills, because we saw it with Guardiola yesterday, and a lot of Liverpool fans are expecting the same thing from Klopp,
Yeah.
in the sense that we want to see changes. I, as a Liverpool fan, I'll look at that lineup tomorrow, and if I see the likes of Fabinho starting that game, and that game goes wrong, there will be a huge backlash. Because for me, we had a player that anytime he comes into the game, he performs well, in form of 18-year-old Basetic, man of the match against Wolves, won every tackle, won every duel, made slick passes, is absolutely made for that position. So I don't see any reason why Jurgen Klopp will be taking him out of the side for this game. But the Jurgen Klopp we know is very loyal to his team. He has been using Fabinho as a DMF this year, and he might want to go back to Fabinho. But if he uses Fabinho and the backlashes, there's going to be an huge, because Liverpool fans right now are expecting that midfield that started against Wolves to start against Chelsea. Not just because we won the game, but because they brought intensity and they brought legs in the middle of the park. You can't blame the old guard. I mean, Fabinho will be 30, Henderson is over 30s, Milner, Thiago, all of these guys are in their 30s. So we need fresh legs in that midfield. And Klopp has to make those changes. Very important. Also, Darwin Nunez, I think he trained today and yesterday, and probably might be on the bench. Like I said, I would make do with the Darwin Nunez or Firmino right now, because I actually feel sorry for Gapo coming into a new team and playing out of position. I don't think that is what he expected. So, but for now, if Nunez is not fit, we have to go with Gapo and also Carvalho and Salah on the other side. So we have so many issues. The front line is not firing. Um, Also the midfield, they are so easy to bypass. We have Trent coming back into the team. So many issues, but I would say with what we've seen at Anfield over the years, also Chelsea not being in great form, and just signing every available person they can see.
Have you seen
I
that? Have you seen
I,
that
I,
video?
I
Now
feel
this
like
guy,
that,
this guy
that
just
video was a good representation of
Prof is
what they are
coming, come
doing
and tell us what happened.
right now. So
Yeah.
Prof is saying about signings. For now, we've only signed Gapo. I'm expecting new signings, but
Yeah.
I don't know if there will be any new signings this transfer window. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, FSG are not giving club money and all of that." So I think right now the best solution is in-house. Play these young legs. Let them start. These guys are hungry. Fabinho looks tired. The tiredness
Yeah, he look, yeah, it's
looks,
shown on his
it
face,
shows on his body language that he
body
has
language,
he
everything.
has used him
Ah,
since for like 5 years consistently anytime he's available. So he looks tired. He needs to sit out a bit and let
oh my
the likes
god,
of Keita and Basetic come in to do the job against Chelsea. It's going to be a tough game.
absolutely.
Um, we don't know the kind of Chelsea that will turn up. I don't expect a very good Chelsea to turn up. But overall, I think worst case scenario should be a draw in this game. Worst case scenario.
A draw. I'm going crossing over to this Mr. Man. I call him Prof. Prof, you've been signing a lot of players. What are your expectations? I mean, almost. I don't know. Are you confident with all these signings? Or what are the significance of these signings at this moment? Signing everybody. In fact, I sent a message to you. I said, "What are your expectations?" Prof, talk to me.
Yeah. The the players we're signing, I can't overemphasize it. It's not for this season. I mean, most of the signings you're making, like we've seen, like we can see, they are young players, young talented players, who we're expecting Graham Potter to build, to coach properly, to make them better players for the future, and that's the idea behind the signings. So for me, there have been relatively very nice signings, good signings. The Modric boy, very fast, very pacey. Expect him to have a part to play in tomorrow's game, and probably give Alexander Arnold something to think about. Would see
Wow,
about that. Yeah. So, but then
wow.
the team for me, the signings for me. Like I said, if it was all over the place in terms of structure, I would have been worried. But there's a particular structure with the kind of signings they're going about it. The money is being splitted over the length of their contract, so there's no problem with FFP. These are young players that can improve, that can grow if they're properly coached. So I am very, very comfortable with the signings. There's still more to go. I've heard that they're in for Moises Caicedo. That would be another fantastic. That would be another fantastic signing in the middle of the park. And then when they should also look at the right back position and maybe a striker. So I feel like people are looking at it, but it's not sustainable, and that's why these players are being signed over a long period of time. You don't expect us to go into the market every summer and start spending 500 million. So it's like that now. We can go another 2 summers, two transfer windows or 3, and not even sign a lot more. So I think that's probably what Todd Boehly is thinking about. So yeah, so far the signings for me, they are good. I don't expect Chelsea to. I think Todd Boehly will not expect Chelsea to enter the top 4 again this season. I think this season should be a free hit. I think if the players come back, they should think about going on a run in the Champions League, which we are more than capable of doing. If you have the likes of Rich James back, N'Golo Kante, Thiago Silva, we can do it. We can. Who says we can't go on the Champions League run and win the Champions League? We've done it before, where nobody thought we could. So, back to back, we did it the 2 times we won the Champions League. Nobody thought we could. We beat teams that are better than us. So I still expect us to go far. With our players back, I expect us to still go for a Champions League. But the game tomorrow, Areta said it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very tough. For me, I don't see any winner. I think it's going to be a flat game. I think it's going to be a draw because, like I said, Mo Salah, their talisman, is not performing. There's nobody in the forward line of Liverpool right now that is performing. It seems very clueless in front as well. And it's worrying. Yeah, because if I was a Liverpool fan, I would be more worried because when you have likes of Salah, Gakpo, Nunez. Nunez is coming back, but he has been playing and he has not really been scoring the goals as well. The same team that played last season, most of them are still available and they are performing below par. So if I was a Liverpool fan, I'll be more worried. I think Chelsea should go into this game with a little bit more confidence, approach the game, be on the front foot a little bit. I think they might get some joy out of it.
All right, thank you so much, Prof. Thank you so much, Prof. And Kunle, I want to start with you right now. There's a massive game coming up on Sunday after the those small club will start playing after the. So Kunle, this game is coming up right now. Look at it, massive game. Arsenal versus Manchester United. We don't have this guy, Manchester United. We don't have this one of the greatest defensive midfielder in the world. It's not playing. And we are going to this ground that we've not won for a long time now. Going into this game, as a Manchester United fan, how do you feel it? Can we come up with a point or 3 points? Talk to me.
Absolutely. 3 points is not 3 points is not out of place. Yes, I know everyone has made mention of because of Casemiro's absence. Yeah. But I think I am actually happy that Casemiro is not playing. You know why? Mm-hmm. Because the truth is Casemiro can't play every game, right? There's going to be a time where he might get injured or he'd get a red card or whatever, or maybe he might not just be fit to play. And we have to move on. So I find it very funny how even before the Crystal Palace game, that was the narrative around the game. Casemiro must not get a yellow card. And it was rather unfortunate that he got the yellow card because it was going well for him. Left to me, Casemiro was going to play 90 minutes in that game, right? But I think Bruno Fernandes caused that yellow card. Because Bruno Fernandes and how he does some silly things, he put Casemiro in a very difficult position.
Why are you blaming Bruno Fernandes? Why don't you blame Casemiro who made the tackle?
No,
that's the nature of.
No. I'm just saying it was Fernandes.
Why would you blame Casemiro at that point in time? Why would you blame Casemiro at that point in time?
Casemiro was having.
He's so
Fernandes
used to
had
making
not-
those type of tackles. That was very
Yes.
unnecessary.
no,
That tackle was important at that point in time.
At that
And
point in time,
unfortunately,
How
But
that
was
tackle
it?
was important at that point in
Fernandes
time
was-
because
if
if you
Fernandes-
if you let somebody like Zaha drive at you, you know what Zaha brings to the table any day of the week. So that tackle was important. The only unfortunate thing was the only unfortunate
Even
thing was
after facing Casemiro, he still had two centre backs in front of him. Wait, I want to ask you a question. Which one is more important, Casemiro's tackle or Wan-Bissaka's tackle? Look at both situations. So you can't tell me Casemiro's tackle was more important. And if he got past Casemiro, but he probably wouldn't get past the centre back. He still had to face two centre backs. I mean, it's the nature of a DMF to make those tackles. I understand, but you know it has happened. But like I said, he could have avoided
no
it.
doubt about no doubt about it. But I'm just trying to say that in the build-up to Fernandes,
yes.
you understand that's what I'm trying to let you know. So it probably made Casemiro. If Fernandez's decision making was better, he wouldn't have put Casemiro in that position. You understand? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I don't have anything against the tackle that he made. Yes, he has to make that. And look, all this one that we are shouting Casemiro, I don't think Casemiro has ever. That is one of the things. Casemiro has never gotten a red card in his entire career. So if he misses this game, I don't think it is the end of the world. Now, can we get the 3 points? Yes, we can. Now I know Manchester United fans, because I'm tired of fans these days. Because they are so, I don't want to use the word that they have short circuit or something like that, or let me just say that there are two reactions.
Robbie, àwa ló ń bá wí yẹn o.
No, you are the good.
I know, and I may talk, no worry.
What? I'm not referring to you and Robbie. I know I'm talking about like all those social media, Twitter, we call them 13-year-olds. We call them 13-year-olds on Twitter street, those kind of people. The thing is this, Casemiro is absent, but and it is most likely that Scott McTominay, I know nobody wants to hear that. Yes, Scott McTominay is most likely going to be the one to start. Now, I know people would come. Funny enough, I had this argument. We had this conversation about it at work, where I was like, Scott McTominay can actually put in a good shape. Now wait, this is the thing. Scott McTominay. Now I know everybody will come. Hey, Scott McTominay that cannot pass, that cannot do this, that cannot do. Look, Scott McTominay is someone. If you know him, if you've noticed him very well under Ten Hag, because before Casemiro came in, McTominay was actually putting in good shifts. If you remember, like that Liverpool game that we beat them 2-1, up until the City game, which was that we lost, which was the last time he ever started. But between that Liverpool game and when we lost to City, McTominay was starting all those games, and he was actually putting in a decent shift. All McTominay just needs to do is, the truth is, you see McTominay, maybe his instruction is just, okay, disturb Odegaard or something like that, And when it comes to that, McTominay is this kind of person who can actually frustrate players. He goes into, we know sometimes he goes into ridiculous tackles and all of that. But all those kind of things actually unsettle the opposition at the end of it. Yes, we know it can be clumsy, it can actually maybe lead to goals. We've seen all of that. But where Manchester United is in a much better position now than they were when, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We've seen how Fred has improved. So I don't see any reason why Scott, even Harry Maguire, the few times Harry Maguire has played since he was dropped to the bench, or let me say under Manchester United in good form, you see that Maguire hasn't really, he's not been doing, up and about like his usual self. So I think everyone is much more calculated now. They know what is at stake because there is a manager who is actually talking to them, who is passing instructions to them. And I believe that is what is going to happen on Sunday, even in the absence of Casemiro. And that's why I believe United can get the 3 points even without Casemiro, because it goes to show that Ten Hag is really doing something. Well at the club.
All right, thank you so much. I'm crossing over to this man. They are waking up. They are waking up. They are waking up.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing at Iris. I'm laughing at Iris coming.
Oh, okay.
No,
It
no.
says,
It's not going to be McFred. It's not going. It may be. I don't know.
I don't. What do you think is going to stand
Oh,
in for
it might
Casemiro?
be the two of them because I
It's
don't know.
McFred only.
Eriksen.
There's no other. You're
Yeah.
going McFred.
But wait,
Ah.
but wait, Iris. But you know,
And they can
before
put Bruno
Casemiro-
7. They can use Bruno in
it could
7.
actually be him. It could or it could be him. I don't know. Maybe it could be him.
Him and Eriksen.
Bruno. Yeah.
No.
No, then maybe
They're not
with
going to do that.
Bruno. I don't know. I honestly don't. Or maybe it would be a midfield three of Fred, McTominay, and maybe Eriksen. I don't know. Look, we can only wait to see what Ten Hag will cook on Sunday, and it's really going to be an interesting prospect.
Well, somebody is dreaming with this comment. Says Manchester United. Oh, Larry. Big man Larry.
Larry.
Larry is coming for the title. Don't let us.
Let's
All
calm
right.
down, sir.
No, he is. What's the
Even
meaning of
Arsenal.
this now?
Even Arsenal.
Now, let me cross over.
Let
Let me cross over with this. Man U is next. Why are you doing this now? He is.
From Modric Wu. From Modric Wu to Man U next.
Yeah, from Modric Wu to now to Man U next. Calm down now. Talk to me, he is.
Yeah, so let me just piggyback to what Kunle mentioned. Apparently, Casemiro has been red carded in his career. 2020-2021 season, he got a red card for Real Madrid. And 2018-2019, he got a red card for Real Madrid. That's by the way.
Oh, thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah,
I thought he never got a red card, but thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, so the reason I said Manchester United is next as my description is based on what form Arsenal is currently. And we all know, we can admit to the fact that Arsenal in England right now is playing one of the best football ever this season, regardless of however anybody wants to accept it or not. And the stats are there. 47 after 19 games or after 18 games, if my stats are right.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up.
Yeah, so we showed, our fixtures that have included the supposed big side. When Tottenham came to the Emirates, from the beginning of the season, it started with a mantra: elephant on the tree. The elephant is not going to last on the tree. The test came. I remember the run of games in September and October when Manchester United, Tottenham, and the likes came. They said we're going to falter. Apparently, the match for Manchester City was postponed due to the issue that happened in England, the Queen dying and all of that. And after the run of games that have come now, Brighton and the likes, after the World Cup, no Gabriel Jesus, let us see what will happen. Let us see what will happen. And we've been able to take these games one after the other. Like I mentioned in the last episode, the mantra for this season is to take it on a game-to-game basis. Yes, when we started this season, we never thought about winning the league. Nobody gave us the chance, but we're here after 18 games. So are we going to go on another 10 games run or the remaining 20 games and to see where we are? Is the possibility there? Yes, the possibility is there. Going back to the match that happened at Old Trafford, we knew, despite we are not the type that say, hey, one player didn't play. That day, Partey didn't play, which was an integral part of the system that we've set up at the moment. And we saw what happened. Despite that, we dominated at Old Trafford. Despite that, we went down a goal, we came back, and rush of blood into Arteta. I don't know, whatever, ever since I've been backing Arteta, that day I didn't back him. I don't know what happened. The substitution, because you dominated Manchester United at Old Trafford, maybe he went into his head thinking, oh, I can take this game. And within 2-3 minutes, Manchester United scored on a counter.
Yeah,
they hit
I
us.
remember. I remember.
So is that a lesson that Arteta and his men have learned? Yes. And you can see the style of play Arsenal put out there is a style of play that dominates or prevents counter-attacking football. I guess after that game, Arteta learned his lesson. And you could see, we played against Tottenham, which is one of the best counter-attacking footballing club in the country. Despite, we'll give Conte that we give Conte that praise because he knows how to play quick counter attacking football. We've played Tottenham home and away this season, and the only goal Tottenham scored us was a penalty kick. Tottenham couldn't even make use of their best or the best style of attack that they know. So coming back to this game on Sunday, we all know it's poised. It's poised. It's a 3-point take it all. There shouldn't be any drawing in here. And like I always say, when the players cross the line into the pitch, it all depends on who wants it more. And I know the Arsenal guys want it more because right now they feel there is momentum with them. They're playing a style of football that is scintillating, that is interesting to watch. You could even see pundits that don't support Arsenal, pundits that always criticize Arsenal, keep saying they love what they are watching. I.e., Michael Owen, he keeps saying it every day. He comes on match day, on any match day squad, he keeps praising Arteta. And for also the Arteta cynics, all of them are coming back one after the other to give him the respect that he deserves. Going into this match, I don't want Manchester United to use this as an excuse, saying Casemiro is there, because you can see a whole lot of tweets out there saying because of Casemiro. I think they are playing the victim card already. But I just want to remind them that Partey didn't play in the first game, which I said earlier. So it's all about tactics. And I know Emirates stylishly is becoming a fortress. Big teams have come to the Emirates. Liverpool came there. They saw what happened. Tottenham was there. They saw what happened. We've not played Man City. Chelsea haven't come to the Emirates, but we've gone to Stamford Bridge to pick the 3 points there. So Emirates is stylishly, or little by little, turning into a fortress. The fans out there are doing a magnificent job. And I want to say that day, we would see a different Arsenal. What I saw against Tottenham, they dominated Tottenham at the Tottenham Stadium is the best performance ever that I've seen under Arteta. The first 45 minutes, you saw how they took Tottenham out of the game completely. Nothing. Tottenham had nothing, bar the mistakes Zinchenko made, which gave Harry Kane or Son the chance to come in to the box 18 and forced Ramsdale to making that save. And also,
let me quickly read this comment from Sambe Larry. He says, "Are you comparing us to Tot?" I think Larry is a Manchester United fan. We are ahead of them. And the next one says, "Man United will beat Arsenal even without Casemiro. We are better."
Fair enough.
You are saying,
fair enough.
Do you think you can't write us off?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You,
The reason I'm mentioning Tottenham is because Tottenham was the last game Arsenal played. Like they say, you can only judge a manager by the last game he played, and that is where I can judge Arteta. And looking at the Manchester United I saw against Crystal Palace, I'm so sorry if that Manchester United come to the Emirates and plays that way, which I know it's not going to happen because it's a big game. The players would want to turn up, and also I saw a bit of goof in Erik ten Hag's tactics on that day.
Tell me.
Yeah,
tell
the
me.
new guy, I don't know his name, twists my tongue. I don't know, the Verhulst or Dutch guy.
Weghorst.
Thank you very much. Integrating him into you could see the deficiency up front. You could see Rashford finding it difficult that day. You could see the cohesion wasn't there despite them dominating Crystal Palace in the first half. You could see Anthony and Fernandes running at war of words with each other. And the style of play Arsenal plays, Arsenal don't depend on the brilliance of one player. It is a team effort. But what I see Manchester United are doing, they're just depending on the brilliance of either Rashford to pick a run, counter, or depending on the brilliance of possibly Anthony cutting in from the left. And I don't see that cohesion as compared to Arsenal. So it's going to be an interesting game. Fingers crossed for that day. And I'm going to sit down chilled because I know Arsenal is going to take this one.
Oh, wow. Kunle, you hear that?
No, I heard everything he is.
Wow.
But the thing is this. But that's where it's all funny. Yes, Arsenal are the ones who seem to have a better style of play and all of that and all whatnot. But that is where this game turns on its head, right? Like all it just takes is one moment
And that's
of
it.
brilliance, and that's it. Okay. Yes, Arsenal. It's true. Like now, you made mention of something. You said Anthony. Yes, Anthony. Fans have always complained about Anthony that he seems to be too one-dimensional and all. But with his one-dimensionness, permit me to use that English, he scored his first goal against Arsenal.
With
that same trademark. If they find the spaces, they will. They are going to see. You understand? And mind you, you see what happens is, you see what Weghorst does. I don't know if anyone paid attention to the goal that was scored by Fernandes against Crystal Palace. If you notice what happened, the Crystal Palace defense were actually drawn to Weghorst. There was a way he came at them that enabled Fernandes have space. So if anything, Weghorst is actually even going to create space for others to score. Because I think Weghorst's responsibility is not necessarily to get the goal. What he will do is use his physique and that hold-up play to draw the opposition defender so that there can be space for the attackers. And I think that's what they want to use him for. And if there is an opportunity like that, I mean, it's going to be a goal. Because if you look at that Crystal Palace game, I know, yes, Crystal Palace actually created a lot of space for Manchester United to dominate, especially in our first half. But you could tell that Crystal Palace were distracted by Weghorst in the build-up to that goal, forgetting that Fernandes and some others were there. So it's not going to be easy for us now, trust me. Because like we said, Manchester United are in a much better position.
now. You are not playing like Liverpool.
So the truth is, it can actually go either way.
Yeah, I'd like to contribute to the Man United.
All right. Yes, Prof. I'm coming to you. There's this thing you are going to. Hold on, Prof. Let me quickly talk to Robbie. Robbie, there was a match that happened yesterday. I'm going to digress.
Okay.
That's the match between Tottenham leading
And
2
Man
goals.
City.
Two first half, 2-0, and second half.
Let me do a quick one on that match first and foremost. Then I think I will pick on what AE said. Yesterday, Tottenham, for the first time in about over 10 games, they scored first. And before then, they've actually considered first in over 10 games. So yesterday, they scored first. And I don't know what Conte was thinking. Maybe he thought it was home and dry. And I believe that on this platform, we've talked about how much Conte has always been playing on the defensive side, and yesterday it was just a total disaster for the team. Looking at Hugo Lloris, I think since he came back from the World Cup, he has been terrible. He has been shambolic. In fact, the superlatives for his performance is just endless as it is. But yesterday, it was very disappointing to see him being responsible for the first goal and for the third goal. And that aside, let me say, yesterday the second half actually showed the kind of character that Manchester City, on a good day, actually brings to the table. So even let's just pretend for 1 minute that Arsenal actually beat United on Sunday. It still does not practically say that the title is done and dusted for them. But now, coming to what AE said, you're saying, okay, there's this, there's that, there's this, okay, blah, 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 and all this kind of thing. Fine. Everybody is a fan, and everybody will practically, like my friend will say, everybody go farm, come their side. I no go farm, come your side. You no go farm, come my side. Everybody always do things to the delight and to the advantage of their team. Now, the thing is, once the two teams, Manchester United or Arsenal, cross that line on Sunday, anything can happen. Any bloody thing can happen. There is no record, like my father will say it, that is set in stone. There is no record that cannot be broken. There is no record that cannot change at any point in time in the day. So I really don't understand the confidence which Arsenal fans are going about. We will beat United, as if United are coming with 8 players, or as if United are coming with academy boys, or as if Arsenal are actually coming with a referee of their own. So that is just the thing that is just making me laugh out here. And like I said, I will say it again. United bottled an 8-point lead 2012 that made Man City a champion. So even if you guys go on to beat United on Sunday, I have no problem with that. But I will put it to Arsenal that title is not done and it is not sealed, because you are going to play other teams that you feel or that you believe will not hurt you guys. That is one. Two, you're going to play matches that even players you do not expect to get red carded from that game. You're going to play games that the referee's decision might also go against you. So I'm actually waiting to see the arguments that will come up at that point in time. Now, the argument starting the game at Old Trafford, yes, okay, Martinelli scored a goal, blah, 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 blah. And I will always ask this question. If it was an Arsenal player at that point in time, when Eriksen was fouled, and United scored a goal, will you guys not make the same argument? Because week in, week out, you guys just come to vilify United and make it look like as if United players are the one controlling the ref, or United players are the one officiating the game while they are also playing it at the same time. The tackle on Eriksen, if it was an Arsenal player that was tackled, which was an obvious foul, and a goal was against Arsenal, will you guys not make a case for it? Then, so please let us just be objective in whatever it is we're saying, because the argument still stands till today. It was not a foul. He got a clean whatever at the ball. That ball was a foul. And it is a foul today, tomorrow, next week, and next tomorrow. So that is just my own take on watching this game.
All right, done. Just a moment, Robbie. There is nobody is coming here to vilify or to cast aspersion upon the officiating that happened that day. We took the L. We took it on the chin. We bounced, and you can see the games. No. You could see the games that we've played after that Manchester United match at Old Trafford. 12 games now, drawn 2, won 10. So that shows you the character of this team. And also, we were not the one that spoke to the, I don't know if I'm saying the right body here, referee association. Let me just use that as an adjective. We were not the one that went to write to tell them to come up with looking at officiating for the past 3 months. They looked at it. They came out with different antecedents and different officiating error that came up in the EPL. And the goal, Martinelli's goal, was one of the error they came up with, and they said he should have stood. But that's by the way. Like I said, nobody is saying any record cannot be broken. Nobody is saying Manchester United will not win on that day. But I'm just saying that looking at what has happened, last 3 visits, I think the last time Manchester United won there was when Mourinho was the head coach of Manchester United. Every other visit to the Emirates, you guys have taken the L. And taking the L, not 1 goal margins, 3-1, 2-0, if I could remember. The last one was 3-1. So, with the likes of, what's his name? With the likes of El Neni playing as a pivotal midfielder. We didn't even have Partey last season when we defeated you 3-1. So the tides have changed. A lot of the dynamics have changed. Like I said, the game at Old Trafford, fair and square, you guys won. But now you're coming to my territory. You're coming to our territory. And you're expecting us not to put the game to you. We will definitely put the game to you. We'll put the pressure on you. And talking about what you're saying about Arsenal going on a run, we lose games. Nobody has come here to say we'll go the rest of the season unbeaten. I keep mentioning it here. It's a game-by-game basis. Definitely there will be bumps on the road. There will be issues where we'll drop points. No Arsenal fan will beat his chest and say, hey, we're going the entire season unbeaten. It's not possible. But this is what I want to drop here. That is why I keep saying Arsenal gets the pylon a lot. Manchester City are drop points at home against Brentford, drop points at home against Everton. They lost games this season. Nobody has put the heat on Manchester City. Nobody has put the pylon on Manchester City. All we keep hearing is, yes, they're going to come back. They're going to come back and win the title race. Just imagine if it was Arsenal that dropped point against Brentford, that dropped point against Everton at home. Come on, the whole football space we crumbled. But like I said, Sunday, we're in for a treat. And Manchester United, your nest.
All right. Prof, help me out.
Very quickly.
Manchester United,
Yeah, very quickly. First off,
Bro,
it was a little bit funny when Robbie spoke about objectivity, when the simple decision at the Manchester derby he failed to be objective in choosing a side. But and then he's now also mentioned Man City losing games and people not piling pressure on them. I mean, this is Man City. They are champions.
hello, Prof. I can't hear you. Are you seeing the Stafford Bridge? Something is happening at Stafford Bridge. I can't hear Prof.
They're on their way to Anfield to get beaten.
Back. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Hello,
now.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for the break here. I got a call. Yeah, so like I said, City they're like they're they're like a machine, And Pep, look at what happened yesterday. No manager would have been able to keep his nerve the way Pep did, and they make substitutions with the same players that performed very poorly in first half, and they went into whatever he told them in the dressing room. They went back to change it. So it's their special team. They can afford to drop points. That's why people don't put pressure on them. To the Manchester derby, I think to the Man United Arsenal game, I think Ten Hag, for me, I saw his first mistake against Palace. I felt he should have brought out Casemiro. He should have brought out his best player, who is currently the best defensive midfielder in the league currently. I think it's going to cost them. I think it's going to cost them the game against Arsenal. I heard Kunle talk about it's not a big deal. That's very, very surprising. It's shocking that the best midfielder in the league, currently is out, and you want to go. And McTominay is not 1/4, 1/4 of what Casemiro is. And you're playing against a team like Arsenal who are on the roll now, who are beating people left, right, and center without your best DMF. I think that was Eric Ten Hag's first mistake, and he should have taken him out. I think it will cost them the game. So for me, it's going to be difficult for Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win the game. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Oh, Arsenal is going to win the game. I rate. Please help me out. Do you think we can win this game?
Yeah, concerning the game, we also need to remember some things, right? First of all, this same McFred we are criticizing won the first leg against Arsenal. Casemiro was not in that game.
McFred played. I don't think he played. He didn't start.
McTominay played. Was it not McTominay and Fred?
It was Ericsson and McTominay.
Ericsson and McTominay. Okay, so Casemiro was not in that game and Man United won. Also, like Prof said, he should have.
Casemiro came in later.
Okay, I think that
when
was
the deed was done.
No.
And as at that time, Casemiro was still trying to find his feet. He was just
like Prof said.
So he didn't start immediately.
Yeah, he's the most informed DMF.
I read. Do you remember the game? As Arteta made a big mistake at the end of the game. I think he took out his DMF and exposed the team.
Yeah, he made some changes in the second half.
Yes. He threw the kitchen sink at the end of the game, and that was what cost him. So I don't see him repeating such mistakes again. He has grown himself. He keeps growing, Arteta. So I don't see him anyway for Man U in this game.
Yes, coming from a Chelsea fan. Nice.
Guys, just know something. Lightning can strike twice in the same place.
Okay.
They say it doesn't, but trust me, football.
Only the difference
here. Talk to me about
the difference here is you guys need to understand. First of all, you are going to the Emirates Stadium. This is not Old Trafford. And the Emirates Stadium this season, Arsenal are yet to lose in that stadium. And the fans are absolutely behind the team. Second, the Casemiro, I don't know, maybe some of you just underrate what this man has done to this club. For me, he's Man United's most important player right now, despite Rashford scoring all of those goals. Right now, he's the best signing so far this season, without doubt. Casemiro out is like losing 3 players, in my opinion. It's like you're losing 3 players from that team.
You are absolutely correct. You are correct.
What is that Man United team?
Will talk to me when people are talking about
when Casemiro got that yellow card, you can see the face from Casemiro, from the players, from Ten Hag. You can see it on their faces that, oh my God, this guy is out. For me, if there was a 50% chance for Man United to get something,
we can still win this game.
Sorry, I just want to say something.
I'm sorry, I don't see how.
I just want to say something to Iris. Picking back on what Kunle said, I feel Casemiro should take responsibility. You're an experienced player. You know what is at stake. You guys are pushing for possibly the title if you had won Crystal Palace. and you know where you're going to next is Emirates, and you know you're one card away from being
Exactly.
suspended.
Like I said,
You
in
don't
my
need
opinion,
you
that
don't
was a
even need
tackle anyway.
you don't even need the manager to take you off the game. I'm not
Hey,
making any comparison here, but this is Saliba is a player that has been on 4 yellow cards since October, if I'm not mistaken. What's his name? October or November thereabout. Saka has been on 4 yellow cards since December, if I'm not mistaken, and he has played 3 EPL games this after the World Cup break, and you've not seen him going into stupid challenges, and because they know what is at stake. So I feel for
Hayes,
me, I know I'm not.
there's a reason
No,
for that. There's
I
a
know
reason
I'm
for
not
that.
a
Let me tell
Manchester
you why it's like
United
that.
fan, but I think Casemiro should take responsibility.
Hayes, let me explain something to you. Now, Retit said this, and I explained what happened to Casemiro. You see, as a defensive midfielder of his caliber, who has worked week year in year out, right from when he was a child, on how to be the game's destructive player as a number 4. What you do, what happens in this situation, and you would have seen it happen before, is that it's difficult to turn it off and on as a football player. You're going into the pitch day in, day out, learning how to sense danger and destroy and stop it at its source. That is what you do all your life. You wake up in the morning and you learn about it. When it comes to situations like that, it's difficult as a player. At that moment, you are not thinking about Arsenal. You're thinking about what is in front of you. Once the moment Casemiro starts thinking about the card, he will let different challenges go by him in that game, and that's why I said responsibility now no matter how experienced you are, responsibility then was for Ten Hag to sense it early enough. You're winning the game.
Boy has been tidy over 70 minutes. He has been tidy over 70 minutes.
Hold on. Hold on. It was 70 minutes, but then they were winning the game slimly, 1-0. Crystal Palace were starting to put pressure on them, so there was more pressure on United towards the end of the game. So that moment for me, he should have taken him off, but he didn't, and it cost them. So why I will not blame Casemiro 100%, I will give him probably 30% blame. Is what for the reasons I said. It's not easy to turn off and turn it on at any time. As a struggle, you can't compare with Saka. Saka is not a DMF. Saliba is not a DMF. Saliba is the game in front of him.
Saliba is even more prone.
Saliba is also as prone as Casemiro.
Yeah.
What I would say to you,
I will even
like I
disagree.
said, look at that
disagree.
position.
Sorry.
You can't compare that position to the one Bissaka on Zaha one. If Casemiro took one for the team for a sensible reason, I won't have any problems with it. But this man went as high as Zaha's knee with a very stupid tackle and 2 defenders, centre backs in front of Zaha. Where is Zaha going there? That is
exactly my
point.
point.
The commentator said, where is Zaha going? Why did he have to make that tackle? A player of that experience. So I understand the fact that that is his job to do, but he also is experienced enough to know when to jump into tackles and not when to do that. So you can blame Ten Hag, but Casemiro, he has to take a lot of blame for that tackle.
All right, let's Scully, hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's move on because of our time. Let's deal with this this topic, Premier League halftime report card.
Halftime report card.
I tell you.
Which kind of report card be this one? And I jam, but then I put hear me.
I tell you. There are 2 clubs. I'm looking at now.
We know where you talk straight. Don't cut the corner.
If you not go to the corner,
If you want to talk to me.
All
I
right.
don't go to the corner.
Now the report card, first half. This we are going into another, I think 19 games or 20 games right now going on. They're about to start this weekend. But first we want to start with Arsenal. If you look at, I put it A, B, C, D. A is excellent. B, fantastic, not too bad. C is like average. Let me say D. In fact, F. I don't need to tell you what F means. So let's start with Arsenal. I take Arsenal as A. Fantastic. For the first time, I'm going to start with Shayomi Diora. How do you rate Arsenal? A, B, C, D, or F?
Yeah, obviously an A. I think they've surpassed expectations. I had them in my top 4 before the season started.
Really?
They've even surpassed. Yeah. I felt they showed green shoots of progress. I actually saw positive signs about Arsenal since December 2021, and I saw they were on a upward trajectory. Although people thought I was a madman at the time, but I saw it happening. I've actually been an Ateta fan since he started. I could see what he was trying to do. So now that we are seeing um we are seeing the harvest of the seeds that have been sown previously. I think it's credit to him, and more or less have been proven right. So yeah, an A for Arsenal for me.
A for us. Okay. Now let's move on to. I'm going to ask Prof. What do you think about Arsenal? A, B, C, D.
I'll give them an A. I mean, it's
A
a
reluctant
no-brainer.
A, right?
They've done well. Maybe maybe an A minus. If there's things like A minus, maybe an A minus because I'm just kidding.
Modric, who is coming for you?
Modric, who is coming for you?
They've been, I mean, we can't praise Arsenal enough. What they, I mean,
Yes.
I watched the All or Nothing, Arsenal All or Nothing. My brother actually made me watch it. I'll never, because I'm an Arsenal fan. And when I saw the passion, the way Arteta speaks, I think Arteta is going to go places. I think we should watch out for that manager. The passion that he exudes is incredible. He's one for the. I think he's going to be a very, very great manager, Mikel Arteta. So yeah, Arsenal are doing well. A plus for them.
A plus for them. I'm going to go ask you. Irate, what do you think? A, B, C, D, F.
Definitely an A. They surpassed expectations, honestly. I didn't even have Arsenal in my top 4 coming into this season. And the improvements we could see starting from last season, when they had that top 4 race up until the Tottenham game, which they lost. So they've continued on that. Arteta has made a couple of adjustments. And I wonder how Pep Guardiola and Man City will feel when at the end of the season, if Arsenal win the title. They helped Arsenal in winning the title by gifting 2 of their players to them. That has made Arsenal a better team. So they've made good signings, like another signing to the Trossard, absolutely fantastic. For the amount of money they signed him, a proven Premier League player. So they are doing very well right now, and I'll definitely give them an A plus.
A plus. That's good. I'm going to Kunle. What do you think?
Let me take my deep breath because I am going to go in a different direction.
We know.
As usual.
You're
They disappoint now. Different direction. Please go in your direction.
Okay. For me, I will not be giving Arsenal an A. And I have my reasons. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. I will not be.
No, that's what they do for you now. Bad belly lecturers.
Come on. What's it now, Robbie? Come off it now.
I will finish it for you. Don't worry.
No. If I will give Arsenal an A, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to wait until the end of the season when they actually carry the league.
So far, we're asking so far.
But they said
so far.
mid-season so far.
They say mid-season report card. Mid-season report card. Professor Kule is for God.
Wait, let's do Stop that, man. Stop that. Don't give me bad memories of university days, please. And I'm being serious that it's not that Arsenal haven't done very well this season at all, but this is not the first time that Arsenal have been in this kind of situation where they were at the top of the table past Christmas, right? For you to be top of the table past Christmas, right, it means you were playing very well.
Absolutely.
Right? You're playing very well. You're doing better than others, right? But the thing is, it gets to that point where can they sustain what they did after Christmas? That is the question we do not know. That is why I said Arsenal needs to cross that finish line for me to give them that, because this is not the first time, right? And I know, yes, Arsenal have been in shambles over the years, kind of, but you think about it that Arsenal shouldn't have been like that. I mean, when you had players like Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil, who came from a team of global stars, those kind of players were supposed to improve the team. But you saw that they couldn't really challenge in the Premier League as such. And there were problems here and there and here and there and here and there.
So what are you giving them now?
I will give them a B, sir.
A B. Kunle is going for B. Kunle is going for B.
I will reserve my A when they finish at the end of the season. I know
somebody they tell you, Kunle, it is a first half report.
I know.
Just
And that is why I've said it is a B. And
all right, so
reasons that is not the first
Kunle,
time.
what would they? What? I want to ask Kunle a specific question quickly. What would Arsenal have done for you to give them an A halftime report? Please, straight to the point.
What would they have done? What they would have done, right? For me to have given them A for an halftime report, if based on the previous what's it called?
Oh my God!
Those previous seasons. But
oh my God.
Trust. No, the truth is, I'm not saying I know they can do that, but that's why I said I will wait until the end of the season. I'm not trying to say that it's in their hands, right? But let's see how it goes. That's why I said I'll wait till the end of the season.
All right, quickly. Okay, Robbie, what do you rate them? A, B, C, or F? I mean, sorry.
Wait, before I quickly give my report card, Kunle, look at the way Irate was looking at you. Irate was just tired.
Retired.
Okay, you know what? I'll give Arsenal an A. I'll give them an A. They've been wonderful. That is it.
Yeah. I feel like
for Arsenal.
A for Arsenal. So, Man U next. I know you're going to say A because it's your team. No doubt about it. Am I right? We are going for a B. Ace, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Here.
Are you? I mean, you are giving them A, B, C. No doubt about it. It's A.
Arsenal, definitely.
A for Arsenal.
Like you said, half-time report.
Yes.
You know, at times, some students, when you ask them questions, they miss the important part.
Kunle, they're coming for you now.
Half-time report. Sitting at the top of the league.
Let me show you the league. Amen. Yeah. All right, let's move on to this club, Manchester City. I'm going to start with you, Sheye Midiora. A or B or C? Sheye.
Well, I think Man City have set their standards in previous seasons.
Yes.
And right now it seems like those standards have actually slipped somewhat. Although you have to give Arsenal credit for actually playing at a very high level.
You know what? Sorry, Sheye. This is because of our time. Let's choose A, B. You know, I don't want to drag it. Let's say A.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you rate?
I'll give City a C.
C?
Yes.
Prof, do you agree? He says C.
No, I'll give them a B for me. But I mean, I still feel like they'll be champions, so I'll give them a B.
Man City B. All right, that's good. I rate. What do you rate Man City?
I'll give Man City a B. They have been off the pace a little bit, but I expect them to go on a run of games where they will win. So I'll give them a B.
A B. What about you, Kunle? Man City.
I'll give them a B as well. Which is I kind of predicted it that they were going to lose steam at some point because that brilliant start to the season. I knew that it wasn't going to be something that was going to be that sustainable.
So what are you rating them?
B.
I'm going to do top 6 for today. The top 6 report card. So we are doing. Let me quickly look for the table. We are going to do Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United, Tottenham, Liverpool, of course, and Chelsea, of course. I think that's 6 we have right now. So now move on down to Ace. What are you going to rate Man City? Ace, are you still there? The guy, the para. All right, okay, it's not there. So let's move on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I want to ask you, what are you rating Man City?
Well, for me, I'll rate Man City an A because if you look at last season, look at 2 seasons. Wow. Yeah, look at last season, 2 seasons. Week 20, week 21. They were in this. I know they were not in this position in terms of points accrued, but like I said, everybody still gives them the tendency. Everybody sees them that they have the tendency to even win the title, despite.
So A.
Yeah,
So A or B?
A.
All right, fantastic. Let's move on to the best club in Europe and also in EPL. I'm talking about.
You mean best club in Europa League? That's the Europe you're talking about.
Lord, I'm talking about Manchester United at the moment. Shayomi Dura, what do you have to say? A, B, C, D, F. What are you rating us?
I'll give mine a B. I feel they've done well to respond after the early setbacks of the season, so I'll give them a B.
All right, to our viewers, anybody viewing us, you can drop a comment. What are you rating your club? A, B, C, or D, or F9? Let me know. Drop your comment. I'm moving on to Prof. What are you going to rate Manchester United? Let me show you where we are sitting right now. They are sitting on third, 39 points. So, what do you rate?
Yeah, for me, I mean, that was why, because that's why I rated us now A plus. I think I'll give my United A minus. No, I said I'll give my United A minus. The reason why I'll give my United somebody said A plus. The reason I'll give my United A minus is like nobody expected Erik ten Hag to have done this fantastic job so far, so early in his first season. The players are beginning to have a good style, so I'll give my A minus. Yeah, A minus.
All right, I'm moving on to I rate. What are you going to rate? The yell. Irate, what are you going to rate Manchester United?
I mean, while it hurts me to say, but I'll just give you the accolades right now. I'll give Man United a B because there has been a big improvement.
This guy nice B. Wow.
Which was not expected. Ten Hag has done a great job so far. I know there's still a learning curve for him to do a couple more things, but he's doing good so far. So I'll give Man United a B.
A B down next to you is. What are you going to rate Manchester United? Somebody said wicked people like us.
Give low grade, nah. Activity. This one no banter. No banter. To be sure, to be sincere, I will give Manchester United B. Here are my reasons. Because yes, to be fair, Erik ten Hag has done well. Looking at how disastrous the beginning of the season was, losing to Brentford 4-0, losing games back to back. But where there are some things, there are still some thin lines, or there are thin lines that he's still yet to cross. You could see yesterday's game, before yesterday's game against Crystal Palace. This was a game he dominated in the first half. It's a game he should have killed 3 points. You know what is at stake, and for now the pressure is not there. Alex Ferguson used to say something that the league starts in April. Now imagine the pressure is not on Manchester United. They buckled against Crystal Palace. Now imagine if they're in the title race and the pressure is more on them.
Wow,
it's going to be difficult. So for now, he's done a fantastic job. B for me, and I'm not rating them. Yeah.
All right, Skunle, Manchester United. A, am I right?
No, sir.
Wait, go ahead.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
No, I'm giving United
a B. All right, let me move on to Robbie, Manchester United. B or A or C or D?
I'll give United a B.
A B. All right, let's move on to another club. I'm looking at, let's talk about Tottenham at this moment. What are you rating Tottenham at this moment? Sheye, A, B or C or D? Sheye, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I would give Tottenham a C. I'll give them a C because I feel they've not kicked on from what they did last season. I feel they were able to spend money in the summer, and I felt they had actually signed players in the right positions. I don't think Conte is getting the best out of them, and defensively they've also been really shaky. Conceding several goals, conceding 2 goals in so many games this season. So I feel I haven't seen how much they spent in the summer. I don't think they've matched expectations, so I'll give them a C.
You're giving them a C. I'm moving on to Prof. Tottenham, C or D?
I'll give Spurs a C as well.
C. Okay. C. I rate Tottenham.
I'm very tempted to give Tottenham a very big F. But I look at the table and they are still ahead of me in the table, albeit I have 2 games in hand anyway over them. But Tottenham has not performed as expected. starting from what we saw last season, where they got into the top four and Champions League places. So Conte, I just don't understand this man. He brought in these signings, Lenglet, terrible. And he's complaining. You're bringing in these players with the board's money, and you are complaining. I really don't understand what he wants. So I don't think the atmosphere around the team is very good right now.
At
I
all.
doubt they'll make the top four. Conte has not done. He has not met expectations. I have to be honest. So I'll just give them a D right now.
A D. Do you agree with that? Man United is next.
Yes. See, I'm not going to be magnanimous to give them a C. It's going to be a really 49.999. Sorry, because maybe just to get into that D, because really, Iris has said it all. Poor shambolic from this was a team that was rated high, that was rated based on the signings that came in. You could imagine Richarlison. We're getting close to February. Richarlison have not scored a Premier League goal for Tottenham.
Oh my goodness.
So a D.
All right, Kunle. Tottenham, D or F?
A D as well.
A D as well. Robbie, do you agree? D, back to Tottenham.
Big fat D.
All right, moving on to those two Ijaya team. I'm talking about, let me start with Liverpool. A, B, C, D. B, let me start first. I'm giving Liverpool this E.
Didon, where did he enter this equation now?
Help me ask you. I don't see you for option. No.
All right. I'm going to go with Seyo Midora. What are you going to rate Liverpool? Quickly.
For a team that could have won the quadruple,
that
could have won the quadruple about 8 to 9 months back. I think seeing now they are coming now is really discouraging. So I'll give them an F.
I said it. Prof, do you agree? F. Liverpool, F.
For me, like Shea said, they had a fantastic, they were so high last season, and to find themselves in this position with majority of
number 9, 28 points.
With majority of their players, fit and ready to go since the beginning of the season. I think the manager has not been his at top form as well. So Mo Salah, nothing to contribute. I will give them an F. A fat F.
I rate the way for now. I rate the way for now. You go mark in a stick.
I don't want you to talk yet. Let me move on to
okay.
Ace, what do you rate Liverpool this season?
It's kind of like see, no, I wouldn't give. Someone is in Liverpool C. No, I wouldn't give Liverpool C. I think I will give Liverpool D, because looking at this season so far, at least they've turned up in some games, big games. I think they've defeated Manchester City this season 1-0, if I'm not mistaken. They've defeated I don't know, defeated Manchester. Iris, please help me. Defeated Manchester United.
No, God forbid batting. I rebuke it.
No, second leg. Wait, the second leg. They won first leg at Old Trafford.
Yeah, and they've defeated two of the big teams. Tottenham. Yes. And also they've it's been a yo-yo performance. Maybe, like I say, Liverpool's issue. It's not about the players. It's about, for me, in my own opinion, it's about Jurgen Klopp. See, in this modern era, you cannot decide not to tweak your tactics. And the same thing is happening to Conte, because I put them in the same strata. Liverpool is still a bit ahead, but Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, the same tactics from 2018, 2017. Teams are going to find you out. The players will get tired. The players will get jaded. Secondly, and failure to, bring in new legs in that midfield, that critical department of midfield. So I'm going to give them a D.
A D. All right. Do you agree with that, Robbie? D for Liverpool?
In fact, this one is a bit tough, but I think I'll go with a D as well.
You go with a D. Now, that club I'm talking about, the last club I'm talking about, sitting Gidigba.
You didn't ask Iris.
Oh,
I rate Chelsea.
What are you going to rate? I rate. You don't get that mind. What are you going to rate?
It happen.
What
I
are you
mean,
going to rate?
honestly,
Yeah,
like Cheye said,
people want to hear from you.
coming
What are you
from
rating?
close,
Yeah,
being close to winning the quadruple to the kind of form we are right now,
yeah.
it's very disappointing. But I would also give Jurgen Klopp some sort of leeway because we've had injuries there and there, players out and all of that. I think he needs to make changes to his tactics. He has tried that once, but overall, we just don't have that personnel, especially in midfield, to cope with the kind of intensity that we have been used to over the years. So we still expect him to turn things around. Like I said, he's been here before, so I'll give Liverpool a D right now.
A D. All right, it says D. So moving on to that club, that bridge that is already. Can we say it's falling down? It's not falling. So, Shayo Midora, what are you going to rate your club, Chelsea? A, B, C, or D? It should be between an F. Don't
Yeah.
Don't think of
let
C.
me land now. Let me land. No, let me land. I'll give Chelsea an F because I feel there's been so much confusion at times
Prof will not like this one.
with the way the club is being run. I know they've talked a good game about building around youngsters and doing things differently, but at times it just seems like there is no method to their madness. I think jury is out on Boli because I feel they've made some really weird decisions at times. I think in the summer they brought in players that they shouldn't have brought in. They panicked with some purchases. So I feel they need to maybe get some consistency in how they actually run things. So I'll give them an F.
F. Prof, do you agree with Shayo Midora? It says F for Chelsea.
No, I totally
Somebody
disagree.
says D.
When the club has faced a major serious change off the pitch and even on the pitch, with the change of manager, the change of the owners, a lot of players and everything, and then a club also faces this amount, is the highest ever in Europe. The injuries we faced is the highest in Europe. When a club faces these two challenges, I think there's only so much that the club can do, and for that reason, I'll give Chelsea a C.
A C. Wow. C. C. Do you agree with I rate Liverpool fan. I rate, talk to me. It says C. Do you agree with that?
I mean, I have to. First of all, I have to say, if aside the injuries, the club and the structure surrounding the club and every other thing outside the field was looking good, we can say maybe we can, give them a certain pass. But right now, I think they're even worse off the field than on the field with the kind of decisions they are making nowadays. And if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'll be absolutely worried that Chelsea is trying to sign every Dick and Harry.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be no pattern. They just stockpiling players. I can keep mentioning a whole lot of players. Now Sterling is no longer good. He's on 325. How do you ship him out? You have brought in 2 new players. You have Pulisic, you have Ziyech, you have Lukaku. It's endless. You have Havertz, all of these guys. Timo Werner, you just let him. So it's been so many terrible decisions off the pitch, even more than on the pitch. On the pitch, we can make excuses for the injuries and Potter just coming in. But for what is going on off the pitch, I'll be worried and I'll be very angry with Todd Boehly if I was a Chelsea fan. So with all of this being said, there's no other way they can't get out of this. It's definitely a big F.
F. Wow. Massive. Prof. Liverpool. I'm talking about Chelsea right now.
He said we cannot get out of it.
I don't see how you get out of this.
Ace, talk to me. Let me even answer you for him.
Bro, you know you're my guy. Come on. See, damn. Come on. See, for me,
Don't be nice.
No, I wouldn't be nice. I will be objective. Forget banter aside. Because for me, the way I look at football is beyond the pitch. Football goes from, especially when you're managing a team, goes from the backroom staff, guys tending the field, every activity happening. If we're to do separation of concern and we're to rate the scouting team of Chelsea. Is there any other thing apart from F? G, Abi? We'll give them G because they've not been at it. But holistically, if I'm giving Liverpool D, I will give Chelsea D as well because both of them are tied on the table with the same points. Yes, with the same points. And Liverpool too, they have their myriads of problems on and off the pitch. Chelsea as well, they've had their litany of problems. New owner coming in, not understanding how to buying players and all that. We know for banter's sake.
I would say off the pitch, like. So,
off the pitch. No,
I'm surprised you are giving us the same grade with this.
No. Even on the pitch. Yeah, I know Prof all the time. That is like his saving grace. Injuries. To be fair, 11 players out. To be fair, and important players as well. Though I'm not going to take that as an excuse. I will not take that as an excuse, though. But off and on the pitch, despite the issues they've had, still to be on 10th. With 28 games or 19 games to go, they still have a chance. This is football, anything can happen. Even Liverpool, I'm not writing Liverpool out. Liverpool to have a chance.
Yeah, they can still.
I'm rating Liverpool D, to be fair on Chelsea. Objectivity, I will rate Chelsea as D as well. And this is not me being nice. No, this is not me being nice. This is just me being objective.
All right.
But Prof saying C, no way, I'm not agreeing with you on that.
Kunle, talk to me. What do you rate Chelsea at this moment? No.
D for dog.
D. So Kunle, you said D.
Yeah, Chelsea's. Yeah. I think one of the key things is what Irate said about, especially where they are at the moment, and it just makes me wonder. I don't seem to understand what Prof sees when he should actually be worried. Sheye Omidiora is already worried because he has question marks about some of the signings, because it's not just about you bringing in players. How are you going to offload those players? Prof said Chelsea has had a history of offloading players, but it's not that you offloaded them all in one window. You offloaded these players gradually after some time, maybe after you sent them on loan over a period of time to boost their market value and things like that. So because the way it is now with the signings you make, you have to offload a lot of people this summer. And the way it is, I don't think Chelsea will, if you are rushing to offload people, you won't make good profit off it, and it will come back to bite you. So I don't seem to understand this rush in wanting to sign players when you could just do them in bits. Okay, maybe sign 3 players this window, sign another 3 next summer.
That is how the likes of Man City and Liverpool have. They made a huge loss on Werner, and the same thing.
Prof will not agree.
As well.
Prof will not agree.
My own concern now is how they
let them keep signing.
My own concern is how they will even register them once the transfer, because you have to register them once the transfer window is over. Where are they going to see slot? Where are they going to see Champions League and Premier League? I'm still wondering how they will be registered.
Robbie, talk to me. Hey, for Chelsea, or what?
I'll give Chelsea a D. As it is right now, just like Conley rightly said, they have a lot of transfer baggages to sort out at the end of the season and into next season. So let's see how they are able to sort that out. That is my take.
Football economics. I wish them well. With their football economics.
Jomex, you are saying they started testing for players.
Also, Dijon, I just want to say real quick concerning the top 4 race. If you look at the table,
let me bring up the table.
If you look at the table, if Liverpool wins, you see Tottenham is in 5th place, 20 games. Liverpool 18 games. If Liverpool wins, I'm just trying to tell you, like 3 points will make a massive difference in this table. If Liverpool picks up 3 points, Liverpool will go as high as 6th. So, like people who are already writing off, Liverpool and Chelsea can't make the top 4. I think it's too early.
I disagree. To Chelsea and Liverpool can make the top 4.
Chelsea
like you said,
exactly.
With the win, we are back to the 6th position. Putting pressure on Newcastle and United. It's still very open. There are lots of games to be played.
Still very open. Exactly.
Like I said, I predicted Newcastle will come out of that place. Tottenham will come out of that place. With what Tottenham are doing now, I think two of them will come out of that place. That they are.
Vidon,
Yeah.
You don't. Sorry, I didn't know you were going for the traditional top 6, which I think has already been destroyed. I thought you were actually going to go for the current top 6
It's been
that is
destroyed.
on that tape. Come on, it's been destroyed already. Come on, it's already been destroyed because we know that is not going to be the top 6 that is going to finish. I think I made mention of it previously. That's why I said I wish we mentioned Newcastle. And if we had mentioned Newcastle, I would give Newcastle A plus 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 plus.
Everybody will give them A plus.
Yeah.
Everybody.
No, not just A plus.
But you're
plus,
failing
plus,
to give
plus,
Arsenal B. Arsenal A.
Yeah.
You give Arsenal
Yeah,
A.
exactly.
But you give
Because
Newcastle
can you
A
imagine?
plus.
Can you just imagine?
Make una no worry now. Now OE format now Kule dey use. OE format now Kule dey use. You are not waiting for Newcastle till the end of the season, but you are waiting for Arsenal till the end of the season.
Yeah.
But
I
that
don't understand that type of analysis.
Professor Kule, well done, oh.
Yes.
All right, guys, I gotta go now. Thank you, everybody. Starting from Shaya, thank you so much for showing up.
Yeah, it's always a strong football to done.
All right, one love, bro. Bro, my bro.
Thank you. 3 points tomorrow. 3 points tomorrow. 3 points tomorrow.
Tomorrow to Thursday. I rate Liverpool in the mud. Like, what do you think?
You don't. We'll be out of the mud soon. Don't worry. Thank
All right,
you.
thanks all. Thank you. Manchester United next. I'm talking about East. What's your scoreline for tomorrow, East? I mean, for Manchester
Sunday.
Arsenal. Yeah, Sunday. What's your score prediction?
4-1.
2-10.
4-1. In favor of Arsenal. 4-1.
Oh, I can't believe this. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. He says 4-1. Robbie, do you agree with that? 4-1 to Arsenal. I think no.
Not going to happen at all. It is not going to happen.
All right, smash the like on the video from your max. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Play. Over to us, Manchester United. What's your prediction?
Yeah, Manchester United. I see Manchester United winning 2-1.
2-1.
Yes, I know they can do it. Even without Casemiro, they can do it. Yes, salary is in the spirit.
Salary. One love,
Exactly.
2-1 to Manchester United.
Yes.
2-1 to Manchester United. All right, Gule, thank you so much for showing up.
Thanks, God.
All right, people, this is the turn. This is how far we can go tonight. Thank God it's Friday. Please be safe out there, people. Smash the like on the video, subscribe, share this video. This is how we do it. This is how we roll. And on this note, I tell you on this station, when it rains, it pours. It pours heavily. Smash the like on the video. I gotta go now. Thanks for watching.